In this video, I'm going to offer 10 practical tips on how to make an effective presentation.
Excitement and fear is the exact same thing in your body.
This is how I have been not only overcoming fear, but also exploiting it.
And if you can't write your message in less than 10 words, there is no speech.
Waiting is boring.
What you are going to say is important, but how you are going to say is more important.
To erase our mistakes in those days, not to sniff at during math classes, but too much typex in math.
This speech did not seem to be a typical Shah Rukh Khan speech, which is a British university. And here is my first tip. Transform your fear into excitement. To be honest, I was also fearful of public speaking. But I learned a simple trick from Mel Robbins, the American motivational speaker and the author of 5-Second Rule. Whenever she is fearful, she says to herself, I'm excited to go out there and share my 5-second rule with such a huge number of people.
I gotta tell you, my heart is racing. My armpits are sweating. I have the exact same physiological feeling as when I'm afraid, but I'm not afraid. I'm excited. Excitement and fear is the exact same thing in your body. It's just what your brain calls it.
I'm excited to talk to these people. She claimed that it sends a message to her brain and her fear is transformed into excitement.
When I start to have my heart race, I say, I'm excited. I'm excited to get out there. I'm excited to talk to these people. I'm excited to share the 5-second rule.
Instead of being afraid, you should feel that you are going to meet such a receptive audience, such an appreciative audience, and you're going to share your thoughts with such an enthusiastic audience. This is how I have been not only overcoming fear, but also exploiting it and transforming my fear into excitement. This is just the beginning. More and more important ideas are coming up, so keep watching. Number 2, give your personal message. On the internet, there is a lot of talk about the same topic available. You have to add something new to the existing knowledge. What is it that you only know but no one else does? What new things would you like to offer? So say something new and say something memorable. Say something that is unique. I always try to give my personal message and I always try to add something new to the existing knowledge. Tip number 3, 4 and 5 are the most useful ones, so keep watching. Number 3, don't say a lot of things. Deliver a concise message. According to the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, concise means giving only the information that is necessary and important, using few words. As an example, you have noted down 10 points to discuss in your. If I were you, I would cross out at least 4 or 5 of them and talk only about 5 points. Try to talk only about the most important points because people usually have a very short attention span. About conciseness of your speech, let's hear from an expert. Dhananjaya Hettiarachchi, world champion of public speaking 2014, said, if you can't write your message in less than 10 words, that's not a good speech.
Is have a very concise message.
Personally, I never try to say a lot of things
that the audience can remember as well as recall. If you can't write your message in less than 10 words, there is no speech.
I always try to write my message in a very concise way. Sorry to interrupt. If you have any questions regarding any points of the video, feel free to write them in the comment section of this video. Number 4, give natural pauses. We understand that unnatural pauses affect our fluency. In contrast, pauses in the right place does not indicate a lack of fluency. Moreover, natural pauses engages the audience effectively. It gives them a time to relax and digest the information. Besides, it makes your message clear. If you say something important, the audience finds some time to frame an argument or process the information and to appreciate your speech. Number 5, add emotions to your words. Don't speak like a machine. Read this sentence in your own way. Now listen to Peppa.
Waiting is boring.
Read this sentence in your own way. Done? Now listen to Peppa.
I don't want to play with you anymore. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Do you find any differences between the way you spoke those sentences and those of Peppa's? She added a lot of emotions to the words and sentences. When you make a presentation, try to add emotions to your words and sentences. Number 6, be interesting. Don't be goddamn boring. Let me share one of my experiences. When I make a very long list of endless points of similar topics, my speech becomes boring. Remember, what you are going to say is important. but how you are going to say is more important than what you are going to say. When it comes to preparing for a good presentation, we should not devote all our time and focus to our contents only. We should focus more on the manners. We should focus more on how to speak. We should try to make our speech interesting to our audience. 3 more important points are coming up, so keep watching. Number 7, don't read from a script. Try to make eye contact with the audience. Making eye contact with the audience is essential. Shah Rukh Khan, the Bollywood star, is a great speaker only because he did not make any eye contact with the audience in this speech.
To erase our mistakes in those days. Not to sniff at during math classes. But too much typex in math.
This speech did not seem to be a typical Shah Rukh Khan speech.
So we had to learn how to move our fingers accurately, to make words out of thoughts with efficiency. As an adult, I have come to understand that there is nothing of more value.
Usually, he interacts with the audience a lot. So how can you interact with the audience? You can ask them to raise their hand. You can have an instant poll asking them to raise their hand. In short, if you read from the script, you cannot make eye contact with the audience and you cannot interact with the audience. Number 8, get your speech recorded by someone and use a checklist after you make a presentation and give yourself some feedback based on the checklist. I always give myself feedback based on a checklist. Here is a checklist by Kathleen M. Gavin and Jane Terrell in their famous book Communication Works and Communication Applications in the Workplace. It's very effective. Number 9, use the golden rule of presentation. According to Dale Carnegie, tell the audience what you are going to say. Say it and say that you've said it. I always use the golden rule of public speaking and I always use a structure. That brings us to the final tip, number 10. Practice making presentations on a regular basis. We all can understand if we practice public speaking on a regular basis, we will gradually improve our ability to speak in public. Well, let me share my experience. What I do is I usually use the Part B cue cards of IELTS speaking model questions. They are quite useful. These cue cards will provide you with a topic and some hints to talk about for 2 minutes. If you record your answers, then give yourself some feedback on your own speech, you will start improving. Honestly speaking, I followed all these tips for a long period of time and I've learned the techniques of making good presentations. I hope you can do the same. Win your luck. If you're still watching this video, let me make a request. Press the like button of this video once. If you press the like button of this video, YouTube will share this video with many other motivated learners like you. And if you love this video, consider subscribing to this channel. Thank you. This video is dedicated to my beloved subscribers. Thank you for your wholehearted support. You are my people. I understand that you are here because you love me and you love my videos.